Horrifying crimes of P Diddy. The music industry heavyweight Sean Diddy Combs has recently been embroiled in legal battles that have exposed a litany of appalling accusations. These allegations, which range from aggressive behavior and coercion to allegations of racketeering and trafficking, offer a worrisome picture of a man whose influence and authority may have been exploited to abuse weak people. This overview highlights 7 key points that outline the gravity of the situation surrounding Diddy. Number 7. Multiple allegations. At present, more than 100 people have come forward to level several accusations against Sean Diddy Combs, accusing him of sexual misbehavior such as coercion, rape, and exploitation. These claims have surfaced following his apprehension on sex trafficking-related charges, which have shocked the entertainment sector and the general public alike. A culture of silence and collaboration inside the industry may have contributed to the alleged abusive behavior that is the subject of multiple decades' worth of charges, some of which date back to the late 1990s. Fears of reprisals or public scrutiny have led many accusers to choose to remain anonymous, underscoring the stigma attached to coming forward in high-profile cases involving influential people. The sheer number and regularity of these charges seem to a disturbing reflection of a larger society that has historically condoned such behavior, rather than just a string of individual events. Significant legal repercussions result from these accusations, which jeopardize Diddy's reputation and career, while also raising important issues of accountability in a field that has frequently ignored or downplayed the experiences of victims. The severity of these charges may force a review of how sexual misconduct is handled in Hollywood and other media. Number 6. Freak-offs. Many accusations revolve around what are called freak-offs, which are defined as sexually suggestive parties that Diddy himself is said to have organized. Multiple sex workers were allegedly involved in these parties, which were planned as opportunities for sexual interactions that Diddy would frequently record without the participants' consent. These parties were characterized by witnesses as lavish affairs with copious amounts of drink and drugs, as well as a culture that promoted sexual promiscuity. Participants have stated that the atmosphere Diddy and his friends reportedly created, where they allegedly used their influence and authority to coerce attendants into compliance, made them feel under pressure to engage in sexual acts. According to accounts, Diddy used these parties as an opportunity to dominate people in addition to having sex. This served to further cement his position as a dominant figure in the business, one who could set the terms and circumstances for attendance. The phrase "freak off" has come to represent Diddy's alleged extramarital affairs, emphasizing not only specific behaviors, but also a larger excess and decadence culture that he allegedly fostered among his inner circle. This culture presents serious ethical questions regarding agency and consent, especially in a setting where people can feel pressured to engage out of fear or a desire to fit in with the elite social circles. Number 5. Criminal charges. Numerous severe criminal charges, such as sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation for prostitution, are presently being pursued against Diddy. These accusations imply that authorities think he participated in a pattern of behavior intended to long-term sexually exploit women. The racketeering indictment suggests that Diddy may have collaborated with others to carry out these crimes and establish a formal framework for his purported operations, functioning as a member of a wider criminal organization. These serious accusations are a reflection of law enforcement's increased awareness of the difficulties in sex trafficking cases, which frequently involve coercion, manipulation, and power abuse. His not guilty plea serves as a statement of his denial of these grave charges, but it also paves the way for a protracted legal dispute that might have a big impact on his personal and professional lives. The fact that Diddy might spend a significant amount of time in prison if found guilty emphasizes how serious his circumstances are. The seriousness of these accusations may also prompt additional inquiries into Diddy's friends or anybody else who might have assisted or taken part in related acts, possibly exposing a network of exploitation that goes beyond Diddy. Number 4. Coercive tactics. Diddy is accused of using a number of forceful methods to manipulate and control his victims, all of which are included in his indictment. According to reports, he frequently offered women sexual favors in exchange for lucrative career possibilities or financial help, using intimidation and threats as weapons to get people to comply. Victims have spoken of being caught in a vicious circle of fear and reliance, where opposition could result in financial ruin or revenge, an especially dangerous threat, considering Diddy's well-known status in the entertainment business. Serious ethical questions concerning consent and agency are raised by some accusers' horrific accounts of being drugged or rendered incapable during these meetings. This trend reveals a very unsettling power dynamic in which Diddy took advantage of weak people. Many of them were young ladies or aspiring artists looking for opportunities in a field infamous for its predatory practices by using his popularity and influence. The psychological toll on victims can be severe. Many claim to have experienced trauma that has affected them for a long time, impacting their relationships, mental health, and prospects for the future. Number 3. Evidence collection. It is stated that a significant amount of evidence against Diddy has been gathered by federal investigators. This evidence includes testimony from over 50 witnesses who may offer crucial insights into Diddy's actions, as well as films that supposedly document the alleged freak-offs. This material is essential to assembling a strong case against him in court, because it not only supports the testimonies of multiple accusers, but also shows the scope of the operations he is said to have been involved in over time. Law enforcement officers conducting raids on his premises found things like cocaine and lubricants in huge quantities, substances that are frequently linked to enabling unlawful sexual encounters, which raises even more concerns over the nature of his activities. In-depth investigative methods, such as surveillance, forensic analysis, and witness interviews with potential sources of crucial evidence regarding Diddy's behavior at these events, have probably been used in the collecting process. This collection of evidence may be crucial in providing a chronology and setting the scene for the alleged crimes, which will have a big impact on future court cases, as well as public opinion. The existence of video footage is especially troubling since, if verified as genuine recordings produced without permission, they might provide strong proof against him. Number 2. Legal proceedings. Diddy has had a difficult time getting bail as the judicial process plays out. He has been turned down for bail twice because of worries about his possible flight risk and perceived threat to public safety. The court's ruling demonstrates how seriously it takes the accusations made against Diddy, stressing that if he is released from detention, his notoriety may make it more difficult to enforce accountability. The case's legal environment is complicated. He is the target of numerous lawsuits pertaining to a range of accusations from distinct accusers, suggesting that the circumstances could change as additional information becomes available during pre-trial proceedings and ongoing investigations. Legal experts say that complicated plea bargains or settlements are frequently negotiated in high-profile cases like this one. But, considering the seriousness of the charges against Diddy, it is unclear if he will choose to pursue these options or vigorously defend himself in court. The public's perception of this case is also likely to have an impact on the proceedings. Rising consciousness about problems like accountability and consent may put pressure on legal systems to take more aggressive positions against prominent individuals who are charged with such serious crimes. Number 1. International investigations. Authorities are looking into Diddy's activities both domestically and abroad. They are concentrating their investigations, in particular, on possible operations in nations such as the UK, where there are worries about potential sex trafficking networks that involve cross-border travel and the exploitation of women. This facet of the inquiry highlights the gravity and intricacy of the accusations made against him if validated. They may disclose an unsettling trend that is not restricted to instances that occur in the United States, but also spans the globe. To address these serious allegations, law enforcement agencies from various nations are working together internationally. This collaboration reflects a broader commitment to combating sex trafficking and ensuring accountability for those who exploit vulnerable people, regardless of their status or influence in society. The worldwide component not only underscores the urgent need for systemic change within companies prone to such abuses, but it also adds levels of complication regarding jurisdictional concerns and collaboration among various law enforcement authorities. Questions about how laws might properly address crimes that span numerous jurisdictions and ensure justice for victims who may feel helpless against strong figures like Diddy arise as investigations across borders come to light. These enlarged paragraphs give a thorough summary of the serious accusations made against P Diddy, going into greater detail on each topic and highlighting the ramifications for accountability in both the entertainment industry and society at large. Thanks for watching our video, and don't forget to subscribe.